So we're joined now by Jeff Jarvis on the phone. Jeff is the author of What Would Google Do? And Jeff, we were talking about this in the break, how you don't think the standoff has ended. Did the two find a legal solution and not necessarily an operational solution?
Well, I think both sides blinked in this case. China did issue the license. Google is now hampered its Chinese search engine to do just music and product searches, but Google still links to the uncensored Hong Kong search. So I'm not sure where this really ends us. Google stays in China, and probably it's good for Google's business as Google stock was down at its worst 30% this year.
Mm-hmm. Is this consistent with what Google would do or would have done in the past?
Well, Google made an exception that at least a few of its leaders regretted, that it was doing the bidding of the Chinese tyrants by doing their censorship for them. And that is what Google refused to do, and so that's why they stopped censoring that and the hack attack that was occurring at the time. So now Google, in one view, Henry Blodgett, a Business Insider, said they've basically censored their whole search engine. In another view, they've pointed China to Hong Kong where it's not censored. It's one of those ridiculous tangos of Chinese politics.
All right, logistically, Jeff, though, how would this work? I mean, will the links to the Hong Kong site not work on every June 4th?
That's up to the Chinese government now. And so the Chinese government could block Google Hong Kong the way they block occasionally YouTube and Facebook and such, but it won't be Google's doing.
Is Google really that valuable to China that it wants to keep Google there even with this diversion for now?
Well, I think at some point it looks bad for the Chinese government if Google can't do business there because they're so tyrannical and censorious. So, they had to find a way, too, to keep Google there, and Google, for the market's purposes, didn't want to leave the largest market in the world.
Especially to build up its non-search businesses like text translation or anything else. Can Google reclaim its lost market share from Baidu?
I think Baidu, the thing American companies have learned, even Rupert Murdoch has learned there, that it's almost impossible for an American company to win. The deck is stacked against them. And so the loss to Google in real terms wasn't that great. It was more a loss of perception.
Okay, we thank you for your thoughts and your time. I've been speaking with Jeff Jarvis, author of What Would Google Do?